As you know, I love trying out new trading strategies, and as I usually do, I test out some strategies that I actually find in YouTube, and some are good, some are bad, but this one I'm going to show you today is quite simple. It's really mechanical, but as well it has a huge potential, and I'm going to show you this in this video so you can see that even a normal trading strategy that doesn't have massive amounts of profits can turn in a really good strategy. And before we dive straight in, please don't miss the massive discount that we have down in the description so you can get Forex Tester Online for a cheaper price. Now we are in Forex Tester Online, and this strategy develops on Bitcoin, okay, in Bitcoin in 5 minutes. And for this strategy, we're only going to need 3 moving averages, okay? So if we click here, we'll be able to see the moving averages that we have of 25, okay? The next moving average is 50, and the next moving average is 100. And these type of strategies, honestly, I love because they are so simple and so mechanical that you can understand them on the go. And on top of that, you can actually modify them because obviously as they're so simple, they're as well easy to modify. So this strategy, basically what we need to do is, first of all, we need to have the moving averages completely extended. Okay, as you can see here, more or less they should have the same length between each moving average. Obviously, when the price comes back to the moving average, we can't expect them to be completely extended. And as you can see, I've taken 2 trades here, and I'll show you another one in a minute. But as you can see, the price comes back down, and if the price doesn't go below the 100 moving average, we can enter long positions. So what we need to wait for is basically the price to come and close below the 25 or the 50 moving average, and then close above the 25 moving average. As you can see here, the price came back down, came here, and then closed above again, so I entered a buy. And the risk management is really simple as well. Basically what we're going to do is we are going to place the trade here, and our stop loss is going to go below the 50 moving average. It's always going to go below the 50 moving average, and our take profit is going to go with a risk reward of 1 to 1.5. So if we are risking $100, we are looking to get in return 150. So this is the complete base of the strategy, and you can see it's really simple. And here I've got 2 quick examples that are really nice. I'll show you another one live so you can see how it performs. As you can see, the price comes in, perfect, closes above, and then we enter the buy, and there it is. Here it happened again, price came back down and closed above this moving average, and then it went straight up to the take profit. But let's look for another trade so you can actually understand how it performs at this time. As you can see right now, we are at 10 o'clock at night, so we're going to use go-to to go to the next London session, because obviously we just straightly jump through so we can avoid scrolling through the charts. And now let's see if we get another setup. Right now, you can see the moving averages are all close together, so obviously we are not going to take any trades here. We're going to wait for the moving average to completely expand, exactly like this. This is what we're actually looking for, and this is the first confirmation that we need for our trades. Now, what we're going to do is wait for the price to actually come down, perfect. And as you can see here, we have an example. Right now the price come down here, and it's literally just closed above. If we zoom in, we'll be able to see it just closed above this 25 moving average. We have got 2 options. We can wait for the next candle and wait for a bigger confirmation, or we can enter in this one. Both are valid situations. So what we're going to do here is we're going to enter a buy. We're going to set the risk at 1%, and the stop loss is going to go below this moving average, and the take profit is going to go with a risk reward of 1 to 1.5. So I'm seeking for $150. So now I'll place this. Let's see how this one turns out. Now let's see if this turns out into another trade. There we go. The price has literally done exactly the same. And now comes a situation that can be sometimes a bit complicated because the moving averages aren't completely extended as we would like to. As you can see, the 25 moving average is actually flat, and the 50 moving average is quite flat as well. But obviously it's still a valid trade, but we might want to try avoid this type of trades, but this obviously can only be done with experience. In this case, as I'm using it as a mechanical strategy, I'm going to take the trade here. So I'm going to place a stop loss just below this moving average, and the take profit, I'm going to bring it up to here, set this to 1%. And the take profit will be more or less up here. So place order there, and looks like we can hit the take profit. There we go, another nice take profit there. And let's see if we get any other trades just so you can complete this example. But in any case, what I really want to show you is something later on. So stay on because it gets even more interesting. Right now, this is another low trade. Try it, actually didn't close below, but obviously this candle did open below, but in any case, it wouldn't be a valid trade. So let's see if we get, okay, it's gone back down, and it looks like we're coming to the end of the day. So we just have to go to the next London open. So let's see if we get any other example, and then I can sort of explain you what I actually wanted to explain you in the video because it's really interesting. So there we go, we have another entry. The moving averages have nicely extended out. So now we'll be looking for another buy here, set this to 1%, stop loss goes down below here, and the take profit comes up to here to $150. So Let's go like that, and let's see. Okay, we're hitting our stop loss, and basically you can see this is the modus operandi of the trading strategy. It's really simple, but here comes the thing. This trading strategy is, I've traded it I think for 8 days or 9 days, something like that, and as you can see, the equity chart isn't something incredible. We did have some nice spikes, so we could actually use this trading strategy maybe to pass prop firms or anything like that, because we do have some nice streaks. But in any case, I wouldn't use it maybe for live trading because the results aren't so incredible in backtest, and I always look for the backtest to be mega incredible. So when I take it to a live trading, the strategy actually makes some sense. So as you can see here, we're sitting with a 1.18 profit factor, and it's just an average strategy with a 43% win rate. So nothing spectacular, but here comes the thing. In Forex Tester Online, we can optimize the trading strategies on the go. And this is a really powerful feature, and especially if we look at analytics insight, because we can see things like try stopping for the day after 2 consecutive losses. So when I take 2 losing trades, I would stop trading. This would made us 2.5% extra on this. As well, consider constantly increasing position size after winning streaks. This would give us another 2%. So just with this, we'd be sitting on 4.5%. But the thing doesn't stay here, because it's getting even more interesting. If we come down here, we can see exit optimizer. An exit optimizer for these type of strategies is really powerful, because basically we can seek for the best stop loss, the best take profit, and all that. And honestly, I really enjoy using it, because at the end of the day, we can get some massive improvements. But a lot of people have asked me, hey, but does this exit optimizer really tell you the truth? Are these results real? Well, obviously, as you know, I'm going to try it out because I like trying things out. And I did do a second backtest with the recommended results. I think I brought this more or less down here, I would say, and the take profit I brought it, I think it was more or less around here, because more or less I wanted to keep it that makes some sense in terms of the distance of the take profit and stop loss. I'll tell you exactly in a minute the values that I actually used. Max holding duration, I kept it more or less at 2 hours, 3 hours, because I didn't want the trades to overextend too much. And honestly, the results are completely shocking. But obviously, I want to show you, and as you can see, this is a new backtest I actually did. And right now, if you have a look at these trades over here, you can see that this trade would actually hit take profit because it didn't go below here. But this one here would have hit the actual stop loss, because it would have come below the 15 moving average. So this would have been a stop loss, but thanks to the new parameters of stop loss and take profit we used, this one hit take profit, the price came back down again. This would have been a normal take profit, that would be fine. This one maybe would have hit the take profit because it actually went through the 50 moving average, so this trade could have hit another stop loss. But as you can see, take profit, take profit, take profit, take profit. Then here again, another take profit, and here is another take profit. And a lot of these, like I say, 2 or 3 would have hit the stop loss, but instead we actually made some profits here. I did up the lot size here because obviously the stop loss was bigger. So, and we had a negative risk reward, so we're always going to be interesting at least getting a 2-3% out of each trade. So I'm just going to think a 5% per trade. But the thing is that the results are even better than the actual results that Exit Optimizer gave me. And I think this is incredible, because at the end of the day, it gives you a recommendation to win $5,000 more, and you end getting it even more, like 6, 7, 8,000. So for me, this is a massive tool, and everybody should be able to use it. And just as a reference, so you can see, the actual take profit was in total of 403,000, okay, for the take profit. And the stop loss, I remember it was more or less, well, let's go to the last trade I had here open before I actually hit the take profit, so you can see the stop loss exactly. So this stop loss was exactly a total of 658 units in Bitcoin, okay? This obviously are points, don't take it, don't go crazy with it. These are points, so that's why the measurement is big. As you can see, we've got 3 decimals right at the end. That's why we've got so many points. But right at the moment, this is really interesting, because at the end of the day, we are using a negative risk reward, but the negative risk reward isn't even a 0.5 to 1. It's a bit less, so I'd say a 0.75 to 1 in average. And as you can see, the analytics are completely insane. I mean, just look at this equity chart. This is gorgeous. I mean, just look how it's smoothly winning trades. We don't have many losing trades. On top of that, we had an 85% win rate. That as well is massive, and a profit factor of 5.72. The best part is that the max drawdown that we had in total was only a 2% to win a 50% on this account. So this is a $10,000 account, so we made $5,000 And obviously we could come back to XE Optimizer and we could even make things even better. But obviously here we must be careful because we could enter in an overfitting. So when you optimize any trading strategy, what you got to do is basically do exactly what I did, do a back test, see how it performs, come to the XE Optimizer, see what optimization we can get, and if it's better, test it out. If it works exactly or better as we've seen in the XE Optimizer, then we need to do a forward test. So let's say if we've back tested for 1 year, we've got the optimization, we've got everything correct, we've got an optimized version, then we'll go the next year. Okay, let's say we did the back test in 2024, then 2025 we'll be doing the forward test. So this way we can make sure that the results that we are getting in the back test makes sense in the future, because obviously in trading we want to win in the future, not in the past. But in any case, I really hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you've enjoyed the trading strategy. It's a really simple trading strategy. I love this type of strategies because at the end of the day they're so simple that the human errors don't have a lot of space there, because obviously if we've got an over complex strategy, most of the times we are going to fuck up the strategy more than the actual strategy. So like I said, I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a comment back down in the description. And as always, my name is Jack and I'll see you next time.